What is up, everyone? My name is Will from Ghosthack, and today I'm going to be taking you through the last door to the Ghosthack Advent Calendar, which is free vocals and acapellas. Now, when you arrive at the Ghosthack website, you will see a tab up top that says Advent Calendar for Producers 2019. And these are all freebies from the 2019 Advent year before last Christmas. But what I want to show you today is the last pack, which is the 24th day right here, which is a free vocals and acapellas pack. Once you hit download, all you have to do is enter in your email, then a download link will be sent to you free of charge. So let's take a look at what we got here. When we open this pack up, we have two main folders. There are acapellas and there are one-shots. So for the acapellas, you can see we have a couple of different acapellas right here and a couple of different BPMs and keys. And then for the one-shots, we have a couple of different vocalists. We have Airy right here, who has some ad-libs, has one words and phrases. And then we have Rock, who also has ad-libs, one words and phrases. So let's give a listen to some of Airy's ad-libs here. We're just going to go with the dry ones because the wet ones have a lot of reverb on it. Now that I'm hearing those, I actually think they would sound really good with reverb. Oh yeah, and she's also got the one words.
Love, go.
Then we have some phrases.
Where were you? I was lost.
Now that I'm thinking about it, what would be really fun to do is maybe take one of these wet ad-libs. Maybe that one, and then I can edit in Audio Editor, and perhaps I can go in here and use this blur function right here. That would make a very nice pad, especially if you added a bunch of reverb on top of that. And next we have Rock, and we got Rock's ad-libs. Rock has a very unique voice that is not like the majority of vocalists. It's hard to find vocals like those, and they're very good.
Mine, legendary, complicated.
And then we have some phrases.
Tonight we going up when the star falls down.
And the phrases are also BPM labeled, so it's a lot easier to use them in your tracks. And now we also have a couple of acapellas from Airy here. We can give these a listen. I'm just going to take these vocals right here, and I'm going to run them through a basic vocal rack. And all I have in this vocal rack is just a little bit of chorus, a little bit of delay, and a little bit of reverb from Serum Effects, a tad bit of sound goodizer. You can add that if you want to or not. It's up to you. A little bit of EQing to just roll out the low end and then cut harsh frequencies that were brought out by the sound goodizer. And then just a limiter at the very end to make sure it doesn't peak too hard.
Take my hand, let's drive far away into the night. Don't know where we're gonna go, but we know all we need to know. 'Cause baby, you and me, we can drive in. No matter where we go, we'll always end up home.
As you can hear, with and without the rack, it still sounds very good. The main thing I like to add with the rack is just like some reverb and delay and a little bit of space. And next we have this acapella right here. I can run this one also through just a simple vocal chain.
Who are you to say that you still want me when it was you who said goodbye? Who are you to ask me for a chance when you're the only reason why? It's over and it's all your fault. It's done now, yeah, I let it go. I moved on and I think that you should know.
And actually I want to do something with this vocal right here. It has very nice harmonic content. And I think I want to take that part right there and I want to make like a vocal chop loop out of it real quick to just show you kind of the versatility of these sort of vocals. So I'll definitely use this spot right here. It may be a little long for what I'm doing right now. Normally I'll take vocal files a little shorter than that, but I'll show you how I do my vocal chops anyway.
Who are you to ask me for a chance when you're the only reason why?
And there's our vocal. And now we can drop this into a fruity slicer like this. Here's the fruity slicer. And now when we go into here, into the Edison, we can just drag and drop it right there. And I've done a tutorial on this before, but I'm just going to explain this real quick anyway. What I like to do, you can see it's made a bunch of chops in the loop. And if I hit different notes, it hits the different spots, and it's already running through our little vocal effect chain, which is good. But what I want to do is I want to add a lot more cuts using this knobs right here. These knobs right here, there's more cuts here, more cuts here. So as you can see, I have 52 different slices here, which is a lot of slices. I'm probably not going to use most of these. I'm just going to find the very good ones. But now I want to try to make a rhythm. Now I know this vocal was in 128, so we might as well just go 128 BPM. Now, I can tell from this audio file that the root note was hit twice. The root note is at the bottom, and then at the end. Like that. I think it is definitely cleanest right here than before because the who was a little bit warbly, but I definitely know that that is one that I want to hit a good amount of times because it is the root. So now I have to figure out what sort of pattern I want to use that. Don't know which one of those I'm going to use, but maybe I can do a little, like a step down. So let's start with that. The only reason That's kind of a groove to it. I think it's too simple. What if I add another one here and now we can pull up this little bar, which is the pitch. Let's see, let's go and let's find note pitch. Yeah, now we can control just this note right here's pitch. Or perhaps we could just find a note in here that actually plays that. Are you to ask me if you to ask why, then why, you to Alright, so there's two little notes down here. But they're moving a little fast. I want to make sure that I can sort of just trim them both up. As a matter of fact, I might do that with all of these right here just to make sure that there's a little bit of space that can add more dynamics to your vocal loop. But it doesn't have to be too much, just enough to add the effect. And now we can duplicate and try to make a little change here. Like that. That sounds pretty good. And then let's duplicate this whole thing again and make some changes. See, what I'm doing here is just finding a little pattern that's catchy, you know, just this first little bit. And then I'm adding variation, making it different. And now I can get a little more fancy with the chops. Let's see if we can't make this end a little more like groovy. Uh-oh, it sounded interesting. Ooh, that's nice. That's stepping down motion. Maybe we could change up that note as well. That sounds good. Just a little bit extra variation. And now this is already running through our vocal loop chain right here. So now if we layer this over a little drum loop from bass house anthems, we get this nice little vocal house sort of drop thing. So there we go, there's a look at that little free package. You can download it, link in the top of the description, and don't forget to check out the other downloads on the Advent page before they disappear. And I will see you in the next video. Happy producing.